AP.
Okay.
They are lacking a lot of AP damage. So it's going to be Senna Yasuo bot for XL.
In their elimination game, XL go for Targamas on Senna,
Yep.
Patrick.
It was Finn on the gangplank. Amazing barrels, like you said. Hang on a second. We've got Xerxes up towards the top side here.
The graphics curse comes through. The moment we bring one up, action begins to happen.
Yeah,
and they're going to just get first blood. Well managed.
For him to follow up on. So not really confident to play around bot just yet. Like we said, really hard to dive this Senna Yasuo. Give this up. Where are they? Xerxes back. VTO's around.
Now they think about Glacial Prison lands this time. It's onto Marcoon, who does take some damage, but the turnaround is pretty good as Certus ends up in the backline. The Dawning Shadow comes through, and Certus gets back on out to really tear into this tower on the bot side, looking like that might well be first turret unless VTO can manage it in mid lane with the support. No, goes down for SK, as XL will try to trade in the mid lane.
Yeah, XL will trade it. First break, of course, like I said, going to SK, a little bit more gold for them, but XL getting the mid tower gives them more map control. A lot of item spikes coming in here. First item for Akali. Odo Amne gets the top tower. The blades finally picked up by
the wrong side of the map, but it feels like he's going to be quite difficult to deal with.
But speaking of fancy features, yeah, we've got, if you can see, for all of you at home, on the Senna portrait on the right, in the top right. I've been looking at Targamas in solo queue. His most played is Senna by miles. 31 games played, 65% win rate. Late, but XL will be down on ultimate. We'll see if they can find an engage here, SK.
Charging comes the Sion, looking to chop down a few members of XL. The ultimate comes through from Marcoon, but it's blocked by a well-timed wind wall. Stun onto the Sion, but he's a damn tanky member into the last breath. Chunked down pretty low, but the turnaround begins to come through as Xerxes. The next target is Sejuani, another tank in there. Good, they knock him up. Certus is deleted. VTO claims that kill. The mid laner falls for SK and XL, 2 kills on the board.
The shield bow. I think he also knocked up Certus in his E or ult animation. We'll have to see that again. But regardless, XL stopped the dragon stack.
It's gonna get worse as this game goes on.
It is. We'll see what he builds towards. Looks like a Shadow Flame Warrior. Rabbitox. Here comes the engagement.
On to the Maokai. They've not needed the Sion to chop that tree down, but he'll escape for now. Odo Army being turned onto his crocodile hunting season. Dos gets the kill. The cat scratches that post.
So knock up turn. No vision in the pit yet. Are they just going to flip it? It looks like a 50-50.
Here we go. What was in the kitchen was a burger all along. Massive knocker. Baron down to 2,500. Irrelevant in the pit. In goes Marcoon looking to get the Baron down. He's stolen it. SK steal the Baron. And the hearts of XL fans break as Certus begins to clean up a number of the members alongside Exakick. Targamas flashes, but I don't know how far you can run.
In front of them, XL went for such a risky call, and why? They're in control. They could have just secured a dragon. They could have just put vision around this Nash. But they went for the risky play, and it's backfired. And SK are taking so many objectives here. They're taking mid tier 2, bot tier 2 is almost down. They have Nash buff, they're getting dragon. All of this advantage that XL have accrued is just fallen apart.
It looked so good, and the blink.
Word I have to describe this is why for XL, and now VTO might be called. He has flash, but his team's nearby. Maybe they can turn this onto Certus.
Certus has been denied enough number of times. Throws down that Shuriken flip, flashes away, still hit by that Glacial Prison, but the teleports have been channeled. Marcoon into the backside alongside the Yuumi. Trying to rebuild up. Certus does fall. One Baron down, irrelevant. Beginning to trade onto Odo Omni alongside the Zeri. Marcoon is there with Dos. They do kill Odo. It's a 1-for-1 right now.
Going in.
Exakick throws down that Spark Surge, begins to throw out some more of the Qs, but I think that's it for now. XL will take the 1-for-1, but they do not get any more.
Gonna lose this bot tier 2. They lack a little bit of wave clear because VTO is really low. He's their reliable way of clearing out these creeps, but he has to run all the way to base, so that means SK can start pushing in. Patrick can't really walk up. Xerxes trying his best, but with Sion in front of the Zeri, the front to back is just so simple and standard. They might just burn through an inhib here. Needs to be careful though, because Odo's up in 20. Certus doesn't have TP. Do they want to opt into this 4v4?
Knock up onto Irrelevant, but he is so tanky at this point. 2 items complete, a Radiant Virtue that will be active with the ultimate that comes online now. VTO to the Zeri, but that is easier said than done. There's a Yuumi, there's a Maokai, there's a Sion, and there's a QSS, but they'll try. In goes SK to turn this one around. The wind wall is not bad. It's not a bad Glacial Prison either, but already the turret goes down. Certus to the backside, trying to turn it around. They do get a kill back to 1 for none right now. VTO flashing away from that massive smash, but Exakick is untouched. The lightning surges, and he's looking more like T1's top laner. Kazaeus is throwing out the Thunderbolts.
XL are limping. They need to get back to base. VTO really low alongside Xerxes. Their tower has fallen. One Nexus tower down. SK setting their sights mid now. Do they have a wave? They do, so they're going to step up. Exakick double buff. Summoners up as well. Patrick down for Certus, but as long as Irrelevant and Marcoon protect the Zeri.
Odo goes in, but it's a last gasp, and that Crocodile is boots once more. 3 3v4 here in the mid lane. We've got an inhibitor down already.
Marcoon
flashes forward to get onto VTO. He's desperately trying to survive, but Victor, his glorious evolution ends here, ends now. This area is now at 4 items with a QSS. It gets worse. Dragon's dead. Soul's in.
And they're going to go straight to Baron. 8k, 7k.
Xerxes spotted by the sapling. Certus on the flank. The teleport comes through, but it might just be too little. It sure feels like it's too late. XL are desperately trying to find the way to the pit, but it is, as you say, gone. Pactus throws down a last breath. And that is such an effect for an ultimate. Exakick is murdering them all. A double for him already. Certus cleans up a third. Exakick would love to claim the Sejuani to boot. But that's it. You've got VTO and a Sejuani, and the teleports come through. XL, your winter split ends here.
SK have got all they need to put the nail in their coffin. 30-second respawn timers. They're grouped as 5. They're going straight for the Nexus. And off the back of a stellar performance from Exakick and the support of Marcoon by his side on SK, they will push XL out. And they might play tomorrow, yes, but we won't see them until spring.
It's a swan song tomorrow. The dream, the miracle run. It was not to be an SK stamp their authority with a monster Baron play.
A back around to it here, Photon, and we'll lock it in. I think the Ornn doesn't really make sense. You're just sacking top on a counter pick on red side for no reason, and it's not like the Ornn can stop the Akali. I think Gwen is just something... You can fight fire with fire in League of Legends, right? If they have a threat, you fight them with it.
But Bo, onto this dragon, Perks is there as well. This should be secured by Vitality. Show decides not to take the flip.
Thought by Bo's movement, top here, Bo. No ghost on Adam, so if they can land a little bit of damage and then land the ultimate, I don't think there's a way for Adam to escape. Here he goes, might have to flash though.
Cease, desist. Adam is unstoppable and inverts that attempt from the Vi, who will look to make sure that he's getting out of jail. Free away from the flash! Bo leaves with nothing, and now the turnaround from Sheo could potentially come on through. But with the red buff, I'm not sure he wants to miss the Q over the wall! He missed the Q over the wall! Now the cycle could come on through! Bo dies for first blood! Is this the best jungler in the league?
Herald, I believe, was placed down topside. What Shio's thinking about. He's thinking about going on to Bo. No flash, no Q.
This is an opportunity. There's that cyclone again. The tidal wave afterwards is just bad weather! Bo take it out of the wall.
The tower is quite handily, and as I say, that top tower is going to fall. First brick over to Photon. Mid tower should fall shortly after, and bot tower, like I said, will fall as well.
Fallen already. Mid lane turret potentially about to fall as well, and then with bot lane turret already so low, you've got a Herald to work with, you've got Umbral Glaive. You feel like this map is about to get mighty small and mighty dark for BDS unless they pull the trigger very shortly.
Good cover here.
Perks gets jumped, tries to throw down the ultimate, and Nuke just outplays it. Perks is shut down, Neon taken out, on top of Kaiser, Adam goes as well. A double for Sheo, and the rich in kills, low in towers right now, and hopefully they'll look to try and change this over the coming moments as that dragon will be claimed in about a moment or two, and then they can look to transition that into something else, hopefully.
Yeah, TV bot there by Perks to save that tower that I thought would fall on Shields. We'll see Bo blast cone over. Maybe they can punish this. Adam's looking.
That's going to be a 3v2, and Bo is taken into no man's land. Arrow afterwards is pretty good, but already Sheo on a rampage. Adam shoved away. Perks will have to disappear to punish, but yet to convert that into the structures. But this'll do. Neon is absolutely eviscerated by Crowning.
Recover CS on side lanes, and then they should be all right. Here comes the first one.
Adam will claim one, and finally a structure on the board. 1-4 at this point, but Perks and Photon looking to combine here to utilize that gold advantage they have individually to put Adam into the dirt.
Going for it.
Ghost popped. He's been slowed. Needlewalk lands again, but he is fast enough on his feet to get on out to safety. Sheo.
For Bo.
He's just been punishing both the entire game. 0-3-0. He's just not been having fun, this Vi. The violence is onto her. She's going to try to turn around. Radiant Virtue healing is pretty good, but she's dead regardless. Neon tries to trade on out, but there are many members of BDS. Flash away from Kaiser. Perks taken desperately low as well.
Nuke has a good position to look for a flank. Doesn't have the ultimate up just yet. Neon's trying to group with the rest of his team. BDS will look for the engage. Battle
lines are drawn. Everyone's alive. Nuke, as you said, looking for that flank down to 5,000 HP as the Dragon. Soul point for Vitality if they can claim it. In goes Adam over the wall, dragging out one member. Bo is away. Dragon secured by BDS, and Bo falls for the 5th time. Surely does so to Adam. Now Photon looking to avenge his fallen jungler. Adam dashing away fast he can. Perks is here as well. Photon gets one, and the skip and the slash will claim one life.
Bo 0-5-1 now on this Vi, really struggling to find any kind of plays. And everything what players have been doing recently, I'm not sure what that phenomenon is, where it's coming from. But Nuke's looking for the all-in.
Yeah, does trying to find the open angle.
Oh, nice
Fantastic stopwatch. Overcomes Photon. Now Nuke does not want to be here anymore. Gets slowed by the needlework, and he is slipped into a very small grave.
Bigger Gwen, but Neon needs to be careful.
Neon does not like that. The light's being put out. He survived with a flash over the wall. Photon looking for the turnaround. The tidal wave is good, but the hollow ground is put down, and you need to respect that. Bo taken down again. Crowny on a killing spree, but Perks trying to get as much damage as he can. A good route means Shadow taken low, not taken out though. Photon is dead. The Gwen is down. Cannot survive enough. It's not immune enough. Adam throwing down the Untoful strikes, but will eventually be felled by Neon. Here we go again. Bo goes for the ultimate. Will invalidate that warrior. Trickster arrow is going to be dodged away from Sheo. No use of the summoners, but now Adam to the backline, looking to get on top of someone. Bo goes golden, but for how long? This statue is broken right back down by Nuke. Photon, though, turns it around, diving in with the Hallow Miss. Nuke so low, will use the R2 to escape. Labrov flashes away from his former teammates in Vitality. Now they are being shoved in onto a 1-for-1 trade, but it is Vitality with the shove, Vitality with the higher health bars.
I can hear the players screaming. Vitality just trying to barrel it down mid right now, get this inhibitor maybe, or just the tower. Dragon is up, that'll put them on soul point, so that's an easy exit objective. Needs to be a little bit careful about their tempo on the top side of the map. If they commit numbers...
BDS haunt the red side jungle, looking to dare Vitality.
No flash.
Oh, Bo, you've got to be so careful. Sheo spotted on top of Bo, but he got to try to turn around. Good chains of corruption, and Sheo's engaged. Finally is punished, but no! Bo dies for the 8th time this game. Perks turns it around, though, and now Adam trying to trade onto Photon, but this Gwen is having none of it. Perks with a monstrous Emperor's Divide, and Nuke is divided from his health bar. Adam will ghost away, but the jungler and indecisive. Sheo has got a flank. He could get in on here. He's been so good this game. Adam into the backside. Bo tries to go on through. Bo gets Adam. And now they're going to try and turn it around. Massive damage onto Perks. Goes golden. But Crowley's going to have a double shot. And they'll double tap Perks in the head.
Sheo and Nuke with an amazing space as well. Maybe he TP's back here once he sees the Akali. Can Photon end against Nuclear Int?
It's a level 17 Gwyn with 3 items. Bo could try and steal 3,000 HP. He's dead. Another death in the column for Bo. Photon backs out of the base.
They'll get this mid tower.
Didn't realize we were back to Call of Duty. Feels like it's 25 kill streak because Nuke living up to his name with that game. Bo has been so difficult, but maybe Kaiser can find all the world, all the game on one arrow. Labrov taken out by his former team. Bo, though, hits a shuriken flip, will not have the E2 come on through.
Yeah, Photon, though, is looking for Sheo. He has flash. Perks is playing really aggressive here.
Praised him, but maybe Sheo gets punished. Photon continues to chase, continues to try and bring the Monkey King down. Shut down.
By the graveyard, but BDS barreling down mid to get this tier 2.
The drag to the Baron is still on, so Crowny with a half a minion wave will look to try and get themselves an inhibitor turret. Nuke in the top lane in the mini-map you can spot. Looking for a tier 2 up there.
The players screaming they want to take a fight, Vitality, but Sheo...
He's going 1v1 versus a level 17 Azir. He's winning it! But it forced out the stopwatch. There's an Azir turret there as well. Has the stopwatch. Looking at Q! Gets the kill! Sheo is just a monster. Bo eats a culling on his way to the grave. Crowny is not a man to be denied this game. Neon just about alive. Nuke flashing on away. Photon gets a turret shut down. Now it's his turn to go into the back end of this one. He's getting slowed down by Adam. The bot lane. It's not been the same level of dominance that we saw in the early levels. Now BDS have broken this base open. BDS looking to go to 5 games and starts to push towards the top end of that table. The dream of top 2 is in there. Sheo goes in again. Are you not entertained? Kaiser sure isn't.
Sheo gets the bot lane off Vitality, but Perks is back. He's TP'd behind them. Can they get out here, Vitality?
You think you're good? Wait till you meet the Western Goat. Perks goes on in, gets a kill. Sheo now must escape, but there's nowhere for him to go. Maybe I've spoken too soon. Will look to make Poe's life a little bit difficult, but the soldiers go forward. Having been undefeated coming into the LEC, now has the most deaths of a single player in this season. Previous deaths with Targamas, but now Perks.
He's dead.
Maybe I should have been looking at the screen a little bit more as Perks goes down. Way on over. It has been a very difficult game for him on this 5. Baron secured. Photon secures that tier 2. This game's still on
So
a
just
knife.
gonna keep these waves in. Here comes the tidal wave. Do they engage on it? Neon stepping up.
Thinking about it, Crowny steps forward, but he's gonna get distance, and he goes absolutely miles! Where has he gone? It's Antarctic, he's been put on ice! Perks throws down the Emperor's Divide, trying to hold the lines. Adam goes golden, Vitality still alive, but now Perks diving forward! Goes golden himself, has used that stopwatch. Bo gets a start to Labra, but goes over the wall, staying alive. Don't go for Photon, snip, and the strings of fate are cut. Vitality fight 3, BDS, it's all thrown away. Crowny's about to meet the wrong end of a giant pair of shears, and the garden is pruned, shut down to the hand.
There will be another fight. No Baron for 3 minutes 30 seconds, so it's not like Vitality can turn towards another massive objective. They game off this. So much confidence from Vitality, and it's Neon, I think, just calling, go, go, go here. Let's look for a play. Bo follows up. Look how far he goes. And he gets out from there. Crowny flashes to the side, Bo cues back, and then the Azir and Gwen are just free hitting through the front line of BDS. Adam does his best to try to get some damage down, but Nuke stands no chance. And the gap close from Vitality is fantastic. The Ghost, the Cloud Soul, the Azir dashing forwards. BDS can run, but they can't hide.
Nowhere to hide, and it feels like for the first time this game shows ultimate does not cause catastrophic damage in a team fight.
Cunning can be used to buy one more wave's time, but they have to defend the Nexus. There's no reason to step up here. If they do, I can tell you Bo will be flying right at them, and they'll try to start a fight straight away. Minion him will fall. They can't get triple in if there's no top.
Wait for this Elder Dragon to pop. Surely, Crowny just out of range of that Chains of Corruption. Perks on the other side. Stun onto Adam. One turret falls. The Nexus beginning to get increasingly bad. Bo goes in. He's once again taken absolutely into Narnia. But is it the Lion, the Witch, or the Wardrobe he's dealing with? He's taken down, but he's got a GA this time around. Adam taken so low. Remember, the Elder Dragon can start to roar. Adam is down. Photon on a killing spree once more. Perks gets a kill while he's a damn statue of Vitality at 6 and
2. What a game from Vitality.
Map, it does make sense.
Okay.
Yuumi actually going to be the round out. It does mean that Mad Lions, the crowd is going to be very upset off the back of that. But Mad Lions, they don't have the strongest pushing bot 2 versus 2.
You sack the lane for this, really.
Jankos wants to get a little bit of information. Now he knows, oh, this is dangerous.
He's got the flash, doesn't have the decoy right now. Niski on the chase, nowhere for Jankos to go. Step too far. And immediately Elioya.
Yeah, but all he's really doing is helping Elioya clear out the Drake. And unless Elioya misses at the
Oh,
spike.
heavy? Okay, I thought when he hits 6 can influence the top side of the map, whereas Kazi cannot with that arrow. Mercer does spot Elioya here, puts down the turret. Elioya just stunned up and Mercer gets him. Niski next on the menu as Ruby goes forward. Hylissang's going to join up with his teammate, but Mercer able to get the solo kill pretty much there on the enemy jungler. Another stun going down. Niski low. Mercer looking for the chase. Red buff. Oh no! Niski flashes forward. Mercer one more. Niski though unable to be saved by Hylissang. Not quick enough to pounce on his teammate and save his life. Jump onto Elioya. Get in with the bolt breaker. The cease and desist in the final chapter could end Evie's life for the first time this game. Chasey pulls him back with the all-out. Evie trying to get away, but there's the bolt breaker. Don't even need the final chapter. Chasey takes the kill.
Evie choosing not to use the Dominus, recognized.
Final chapter. Maybe a bit presumptuous there from Hylissang. Does still land the root, and there's the cease and desist as well, but Mercy puts down an upgraded turret, and that's not where you want to be fighting. Elioya flashes away and dives over with Hylissang, but now it's a numbers advantage for Heretics. Jankos able to take the first one. Kazi trying to straight down towards the bottom side. He will kill off Jack Spectre, and Mercer 2. It's 2 for Mad Lions bot lane, but Hylissang is down. So is Kazi, and in the end, Heretics come out on top. And you don't get the extra smite him out of it. Still managed to get something. Smite across the wall. Jankos here for Elioya. They are fighting in the bush right now, but the arrow connects and Jankos nowhere for him to go. Ruby gets his second kill. Being chunked out a little bit as Ruby starts to collapse onto Niski. Niski now realizes Jankos is there as well. The Empress Divide still away, but Jankos dodges it with a decoy. Niski does still have the flash and will use it to get over the wall, but good little dodge there by Jankos. Meanwhile, the bottom tower does fall. Still keep their 100% win rate with the gold lead at 15 minutes. Just the team that has a gold lead in 5 seconds time has to win the game for that to be true. When they have a lead at 15 minutes. So assuming Heretics win this game, both those 100% will stay true. Now, Jack Spectre being caught out isn't the best sign for them winning the game.
Doesn't look good, no.
As he does die down towards the bottom lane, but we don't know.
Aside of that little blunder around Raptors at the end of the game, I've enjoyed watching these two very talented junglers bout heads. dirt.
The Heretics all pushing in the mid lane here, as you say. Elioya still on that dragon, would be the second of the game for them. Niski trying to defend, but the Rift Tower charge alongside. A little bit of extra damage will be enough. Jankos
that was a kill.
there.
I thought that was the clone.
I thought it was the clone too. I was like, don't get distracted. But Jankos falls. Niski now shuffled back into the rest of the team. Pops a stopwatch. The rest of his team are trying to collapse, but I think Niski will be dead before they can get there.
Unbelievable.
Junglers.
Hashtag buff jungler.
You're not even a jungler, man. You're
No, I am a mid laner. But as long as people don't look at Akali, I'm fine.
Okay, true. Yeah, Mad Lion's currently sitting about 3,000 gold in. My problem with Yuumi skins is 90% of the time you don't really get to see them that much, right? Emperor's Divide used in the top lane as Ruby shuffles away, but here it is Chasey. The Sun Disc put down. Stopwatch will help that Sun Disc spawn a little bit, but Chase can tank it for quite a while. Ruby trying to flash away, and in the end, he can't fight up against the 2v1. Mercer's on it.
Shrelius was popped by Hylissang. The collapse was real, but here we are. Jankos looking to get revenge for his mid laner.
Mercer's trying to get a bit of revenge himself as well. Niski flashes away, dashes back in, and the Ignite will take. Mercer gets another one. However, the rest of Mad Lions are on the chase. Cease and desist onto Jankos. Could this be a Baron for Mad Lions? They have 4 members up towards this top side. Might decide against doing it, instead just recalling. Oh, Mercer. Go on, Mercer. Yeah, hit him with a grenade. Get it, Mercer!
Oh, that was
you said there wasn't enough gold on the Heimerdinger, Betty.
Oh, my word.
Kazi, this is deep.
Elioya is here to help, but it's not going to be enough. Ruby gets a shutdown. Ebby picks up another one, and you get the steal. Niski joining the fight.
Trying to get there in time.
Remember, Jankos not there yet.
They're keeping Elioya away. Mercer taking up the Baron right now, but look at the damage already onto Ruby. He's down. Mercer might fall as well. Almost falls just to the Baron damage. Don't stand in it, Mercer. Oh, they get it. The smite comes true. Stolen ammo
in favor of Mad, but at the cost of the Baron. The gold lead only continues to grow for Heretics. Mad. Okay, so
Heretics, they started 1-2, then they went 2-1, and Jankos said this was their 3-0 week. Scaling, trying to understand how they play together as a team. So far it seems to be working out, but perhaps right now they need to save Evie. Dominus being popped, Chaser going in with the all out as well, and that Yumi's doing a lot of work. The arrow goes wide, Hylissang though, rooted and locked up with that Cyclone, tried to dash onto someone else, but couldn't quite get there in time.
So the problem for Mad now is that by leaving Niski bot with no TP, Heretics can actually just keep pushing. They know that they have a numbers advantage, and they have the range advantage. There's no way that Elioya is going to commit to a fight here, especially without Kazi's ultimate being available. So this will be a tower advantage for Heretics, but now they're going to choose to disengage, and this is smart because you know that Niski knocked this one down, but good wave clear from Ruby means that he'll hold it for now. Over the wall.
All in onto Ruby here. Final chapter coming out, and Ruby's dead. Where he stands, the tower will not fall. Shirelli is used by Mad.
Tower into Mad's back pocket. Really well played from Mad. Very, very well played from Mad.
For you. Elioya coming down towards this bottom side. Ruby's going to slide away. Cease and desist. There's the Emperor's the Sun Disc coming out. The Emperor's Divide used as well. The arrow wide, but Jankos is coming to join his team. Niski flashing forward though. Hylissang kills off Ruby. Mercer trying to escape. Niski will take him down. Another shutdown as Chasey falls down towards the bottom side. Jack Spectre has to flash. And Ebby wasn't. Come on.
Heimerdinger.
He's more than a Zir.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly.
The turrets have gone down. They're on their way, but there's already down to 2,000 HP. The arrow goes out.
Good arrow.
And the Baron secured by...
After Kazi was able to get good burst. Now, the flank in from Elioya, the movement speed from the Yuumi. They're looking for Ruby.
Jack Spectre isn't with the team and doesn't have the arrow. There's the Emperor's Divide going in. Good stopwatch by Ruby. Counter Emperor's Divide. Niski will fall first. On the back line, Elioya still trying to survive through the Cyclone with Hylissang strapped to his back, but Chasey going in now in the midst of 5 members of Heretics. Jack Spectre's joined the party, and Mercer
way too quick, which meant that the cease and desist didn't actually land. Ruby was able to throw his ultimate out and create space between him and Niski, and then Niski all one-shot. The moment that Chasey actually joined the fight, it was far too late, and now Team Heretics are knocking on the base of Mad Lions.
They have the TP on Ebby, but it feels a little greedy to go for this full push. 10 seconds on Niski, there's the teleport in. The arrows of Kazi immediately capturing Jax. Cleanse away from that. Ebby going in. Move the Predator stun onto Kazi once again, but he's got the Mikhails. This time, Elioya dives onto the backline. Can't kill off Jack Spectre. Kazi's still alive, and Niski now. Back to party, back to fight. The arrow hits, and the AP arrow will do a ton of damage. It's a triple. He's looking for the quadra. He kills up Jankos for the back to kill. And the TP into Heretics base.
And Mad Lions off the back of that single penta may have just won the game. It looked like it was over. It looked like it was done, but Kazi, with some phenomenal footwork, able to buy enough time for Niski to come back, into the game and potentially end it all. Those are some long death dimers. 10 seconds on Mercer. Can he be the savior for Heretics?
I don't think he has it in him. Minions pushing in Shurelius to try and speed them up. They're on the Nexus towers already. Mad Lions on the brink of defeat. They clasp a victory. You don't win these.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Huge amount of damage. The arrow going wide in response. Elyoya trading with Jankos up towards the bottom side, but Mercer is there. Jankos tries to dive away. The piercing arrow finds his mark. Kazi cold. Browning projectile as well with the final chapter. Ruby's going to get booted in place. Niski flashes forward. And the Emperor has his soldiers used against him. It's an uprising. It's a betrayal by his own team as he is killed off. 2 more kills make it 3. JCT closed, but Mad Lions want to open up them pretty quickly. First Nexus tower, the target. Mercer, Jack Spectre can only watch. Jankos now stepping forward. The Nexus tower down, but the Nexus now on the cards for Mad Lions. Jankos will be forced away, but the Nexus will still be taken, and Mad Lions will claim their spot at the top of the LEC.
Against this Fnatic squad, especially if they are going to be very bot focused, but it does feel like more comfort is coming out. Wunder, very experienced on the Aatrox. It was pretty much the meta last split. You burn their flash. As an engaged support, it becomes very difficult to stop the onslaught, but Fnatic is looking for a fight.
113 already level 3, Jonghun coming in as well. The flash chase from 113, Jonghun looking for the bubble as well, and Rattle gets nowhere to go! 113 on the board, the Troll King! I think realizes he can't really invest any further after using both of his forms of CC.
Top side of the map though should be fine. Means Finn gets to move first. Humanoid has his eyes on Dior.
The slide in, shovels him back as well, and even though Dayor flashes, no escape for him. The jet jumps going out as well. Dayor trying to get away, but you just can't escape Fnatic. Cease and desist underneath the tower. Now Razor not in the best of shapes. He has the flash. 113 trading back with the subjugate. Tidal wave used as well, just to distract Fnatic. Humanoid on the Azir though has already finished his Liandry's. So only got a 51% win rate on Azir all time, but very well known for the champion, as you said.
Positioning right now of Razor gets spotted at 113, and it's mainly just to scare off. Well, Razor charging the Q is to scare off 113, but it doesn't matter, the damage done. The tower will go down. First can offer value, allows the Rise to push that wave all the way into the tier 2. The thing that you're going to want to do is try and get to the objective first. Dragon, you're in a really good spot right now. 2 dragons, 4 dragons, Cloud Salt, not the best, but still a potential win condition to work towards, especially with your strong
chains. Sidestepped by 113. Razork 9 starting up the dragon. This is where the wards play a big impact. They know Finn's not there. Immediately they engage. Tidal wave trying to dissuade them. 113 still alive on the backline. Dale going in as well, and Kobe with the culling is able to take down one. Wonder with the one into a 3-man. No! Into the realm warp! It's destruction! It's devastation! It's death for Fnatic in the...
Saw that he was looking for the flank, so they went for the engage, but they could not convert it into a good fight. And in the chaos of the fight, Finn found he has spotted Reckless.
Reckless has the flash, Chain of Corruption, uses the flash, blast cones, rocks away, but the Realm Warp now there, and the Tidal Wave chasing him down, and Reckless is caught! And Astralis find him. Once more into the breach for Fnatic, one chance for Razork. Humanoid there, Kobe going in, Kobe flashes the Emperor's Divide! Baited and outsmarted! Kobe takes down the Emperor, and now it's even more difficult for Fnatic. They still have 3 alive, the hook goes wide as Razork can get into the pit, but he's got no flash for at least 20 seconds, and Fnatic realize they have no option to go in. Instead, they must forfeit the Baron Astralis. 2 tier 2s here for Astralis as they clean up one and then work their way down to join their comrade in arms. Finn still on it. I wonder, I just want to tell you all, both these teams currently tied for 8th place. The winner obviously goes to 3 and 5. Humanoid caught a little ahead, but winning here keeps your fate in your own hands as Astralis tries to make that fate come a little bit quicker. Finn once again with a double 9 to the wall into the Aqua Prison. There's just no chance to move, not a second of hesitation. Astralis on the offensive, and Fnatic, all they can do is dash and die and dodge away as Astralis push in for the inhibitor towers.
Fnatic getting closer and closer to the organization's worst split in their history as Astralis dominates the early game. They have their eyes on the Nexus, and they are looking for a top 8 spot.
Only 3 minions there, cease and desist on the backline, but immediately Razork is locked up. 2 minions left, only 1 now. Astralis will tank it, but this tower's going to be pretty damn tanky right now, and Astralis realize it.
Fnatic to a 2-6 scoreline.
inhibitor open in the mid lane. That will be down for 3.5 minutes, down towards the bottom lane. Kobbie's just going to use the culling here, but maybe a cease and desist from Razzle. Kobbie overstepping perhaps. The tidal wave though distracts the rest of Fnatic. They can't get close, and Razzle's gone way too deep. Astralis will cull him. Kobbie now unstoppable on the Lucian. And you could see what Fnatic were thinking, but again, the tidal wave from Zhonghun just makes it impossible for you to ever advance.
1-1-3 with the pillar as well. Astralis have just done a great job of creating those spaces for their carries to do just that. The round 1 flank is coming in from Dior.
They're trying to get in behind him, immediately hooked, but look, he just doesn't take any damage. Wonder already down the stopwatch, just want to buy time, and Rux has to flash for the safety of the fountain. But he will not sup of a victory today. Astralis looking to claim their 3rd win in the winter split. Fnatic on their way to their worst ever performance, and Finn will bury them underneath the ground of their own Nexus. Astralis will claim victory and secure themselves at least a tiebreaker for groups. Sion does a similar thing. Gangplank though.
There we go. I like that a lot more. I think that they didn't need more frontline. I think the damage is a great thing to have, and I think that when you're going into a slightly shorter range AD carry in the form of
the Zeri, so G2's bot lane should still be okay as Yike looks for an invade here. It's the first time he's played at least in the big leagues, and he's trying to make his mark early on as Larssen and Caps trade in the mid lane. Caps going aggressive. He's hit with the Tristan to advance though, and even with the flash he can't get away. First blood over to Koi. This will sacrifice the red buff.
my blue has been stolen, but Yike now threatening a dive.
Shigenda trying to get away from this one. TP used by Larssen. Oranges to get away from the stun, but now Malrang is here. Yike uses the repel, goes back in against Shigenda. He's going to take the tower, he's going to die for it. Yike knew something had to happen. He gets the kill for his team. Big downside when he's on the Azir.
But
Mickey. So Comp's already used the dash here. Zenith Blade going forward. Trimby trying to get in the way as well, as Mickey is a little bit overstepped, but even the route on Hansama, Comp is just nowhere to go for him. Hansama takes him.
Caps now on the row. I don't have time to talk about any of the cool stuff that's happening, but
it's fine.
Again, no flash.
Again, nowhere for him to go, even with the oranges. He's not K. Cap's not taking the tower. Cap's gonna die. 1-for-1 trade in the top lane. Now, there's a lot of minions lost here. Malrang's gonna first and will be secured for them. Not really much that Koi can do to answer this. Thank you. Mickey, flash, Zenith Blade, counter flash from Malrang, flash Cocoon, Solar Flare, Malrang locked in place, and there's nowhere for him to go. The bangs sink in.
So overall, G2 played this early game very well. 2k gold lead is the advantage they have right now. Broken Blade with a very good trade onto Shigenda. Malrang has his eyes set on Caps.
And where does Caps go from here? Trimby's on his way, there's the route. Caps does still have the flash. Malrang knocks him back though, and the Nature's Grass coming in. Malrang actually in a bit of a sticky situation as Mickey will take him out. G2 reacting perfectly there. A single stun and a slow there onto Malrang. Caps now collapsing in. Koi at home in the river, but Trimby goes in and immediately is locked out. Root's going to go onto the backline here. The Ultra Glades are being used as well as Mickey goes onto the backline. Comp trying to get the damage down, dodging around. Mickey in the midst of 3. Caps now diving forward. Mickey somehow still alive in all of this. Mickey just tanked them for an absolute ice save. The last few minutes, 6,000 gold ahead now. And even though the early game was a little bit messy and we saw Larssen pick up those 2 kills, since then, boy, G2 will be able to break open this tier 1 in the mid lane. Broken Blade is flanking off towards the top side. Just going to join up with his team. Caps is pushing down bot lane here, and
that's how strong the scaling is on the side of Koi. Range is something that they have an abundance of, and just the
a little bit of a ropey situation, a bit of a uneven ground coming into the final day of the regular season. Mickey looking for the Zenith Blade there, doesn't get it. Trimby going onto Hansama as well. Comp diving in. The lightning crash with the stun already onto Comp. Solar Flare on the backline. Larssen now going in with the image to survive. Hansama still surviving. Hansama still surviving. Hansama is still alive! And the French phenom will not be denied!
Unbelievable team fight from G2. Only Caps fall.
To go down. The Baron now much easier for G2 to take. They will secure it. 3 minutes to the ground. And Koi can only stand and watch in their base. Watch over the ramparts and see perhaps if there is some small crack in the G2 armor, some small crack in this advance because the siege is strong. Another Cocoon lands. Larssen locked up, stunned, doesn't have a moment to breathe. The Emperor's Divide will pull G2 back, but what can you do? Caps attacking the tower. It's a 3v4 in the base and G2 are still winning it. A second for Yike. Shigenda, Trimby and Malrang really don't have much. as they continue to be forced back. G2 pushing the bottom lane and are looking for the win.
Hot Summer wasn't even in the fight, but it didn't matter. Yike, Broken Blade, and Mickey was all G2 needed as they see the Nexus in their eyes. They're looking to shut down Koi.
As much as Koi had a good performance yesterday, it is nothing in the face of G2. The Baron... Broken Blade, Nature's Grasp, does go in. Now Koi could find something
Broken
here.
Blade, you need to chill out. You do not have the HP to fight Koi, or maybe you do.
I think it's okay. I think that cat's gonna go splat, pretty lickety split. He gets forced away. The Bramble Smash, Malrang using the phase rush to try and escape this one, but Broken Blade doesn't want him to get out. Meanwhile, on the other side, Larson caught up. The hook goes wide as all of G2 dodge it. Mickey diving in, and he will fall 1-for-1 to find this trade, but Trimby is low.
But hang on a second, G2's in Koi's base, and Koi is in fact not.
Just shepherd him. Like a terrier, they're keeping them away from this. Chimpy dies, and G2 on the Nexus towers. Broken Blade turning onto Comp, who tries to escape but just can't get away, even with the cleanse. It's not enough. Hansama will fall in the end. Shigenda picks up 950 gold. But what damn use is that if your Nexus is felled? G2 will match Mad and Vitality at the top of the table.